Hey guys, so I'm going to be doing a review on Attack on Titan and how it revolves within the meta. So this is a channel dedicated to just explaining sets within English and Japanese formats and how they impact the meta, if at all. So today we're going to be looking at Attack on Titan. So the meta builds are usually green-red or green-red with a splash of yellow. Titans, mono blue Titans, you don't really see them in competitive play, but they can make an appearance and they're actually really good. But usually it's green-red. So the strengths of Attack on Titan is board presence. They're always going to have attackers on the field that are pretty beefy or pretty wall-based. So dealing with them can be quite annoying. They have hand advantage. They have a brainstormer that pluses them, and they have cards that just help them search out the cards that they need. And what they excel at is being able to just cause terror for your opponent with mind games. They have cards where they beef up your their characters, and they also have cards that switch them around and stuff like that. So that's one of their strengths. As for weaknesses, they're very stock reliant. They need stock in order to get out the cards that they need or like use effects. For finishers, they don't have that many reliable finishers, and the set is very detectable, as in you can pretty much know what your opponent is trying to achieve if they're playing Attack on Titan, and playing around it is quite easy. For level zeros, this is a Hanj searcher. What you do is you pay one, you discard one, and you search for either a core or Titan. So it could be either in the meta build or also just Titan's build. It's a standard searcher. There's not much you can say about it, but you'll expect to see it in some builds. Next we have is this Petra Clock Reverser. This is good against Hibiki or just any level 0 beaters as well. This is what Attack on Titan really needed to like combat against Kantai's anti-heal Hibiki, and just being able to pretty much bypass any level 0 is really good for them. Next is we have this Aaron Brainstormer. It's a plus Brainstormer, so for each climax you get to search for a core trait and add it to your hand. And also it gives the middle front row center character 1000 on their turn. So it's a really good card overall. And it also helps set up for the Levy climax combo, the Levy squad climax combo, and it also helps set up for change cards that are used in Attack on Titan, like Mikasa. So overall, it's a really good card for Attack on Titan. Next we have is a Global 500 Levy Assist, and on play it gives someone a character in the opponent's field minus 1000, and it has to be in the front row to give them minus 1000. So if you stack multiple of these, it can be quite annoying, and it's also good anywhere on the stage. I mean, anywhere during the game, especially if you want to reverse something with Levy for the level 3. And this can also send a Hibiki from the field to the waiting room if there isn't any like assist. So overall, it's a good card. Next we have is this Mikasa standard mill runner. So you mill, and if it's a core trait, then she gets the move. So this can be pretty annoying, especially if you have back row assists that beefs up this runner, which it's usually going to be a 3K or a 3-5 runner. And if you run the Mikasa Brainstormer, she's going to get even more power. So it's going to be hard for you to reverse this character. So things like Shimakaze or like Kokomi won't be able to really get their searches off against this card. And we have the Krista Salvager. So on play, you pay 1 and you clock yourself to salvage for a level 1 or lower. So this is kind of like a Ricky in a sense, but you salvage from your waiting room. So what the Attack on Titan players usually want to grab for is they want to grab their assist that they haven't gotten yet, like the Aaron Brainstormer or the Levy Global 500, or they get the Mikasa Trap card, the 1-0, or the Sasha 1-1 Clock Encore Beater. So it's a good utility card. So now we're going on to level 1s. For certain builds, they might not run the Levy Squad, but pretty much what this card does, it generates, it's essentially it pluses you by getting you a full field of characters and beefing this card up, causing your opponent to either crash their characters into your levy squad, or they have to effectively attack the sides to make this levy weaker. And it can be quite annoying if you have multiple climaxes ready to play next turn, so you can just keep on spamming the combo and just generate so many resources with stock, and being able to have attackers that are swinging for 2 soul and they are pretty beefy is pretty good. Next we have is this Sasha Clock Encore. It's a 1/1, and its effect is, as long as you have 2 core traits, it's always going to be a 7500 beater without including back row assist. So it's a pretty annoying card, especially with the fact that it has Clock Encore, and Clock Encore is pretty debated upon. Some people don't like Clock Encore just because it damage might not be necessary for you, but for Attack on Titan, being ahead in damage is not necessarily a bad thing. This is a level 2, but I would consider this more as a level 1 just because of the fact that it's an easy on play -1 condition, -1 level, as long as you have 4 more core traits on the field, or I think it's just 4 more characters on the field. And then it gets 1000 if your characters are core traits, I believe, and also it has an ability where, like, during its battle, neither player can use backups, character backups. So this is good against decks where, like, they rely a lot on backups, and just being able to have, like, a battle where you know you're going to win is a really good effect. Next we have is this 1/0. You search for a core trait character and you add it to your hand and you discard a card, so you can get rid of, like, a climax you don't need, and also you're able to move a character from your stage anywhere and just move it to anywhere. There's no requirement, so this card is really good. Next we have is this 1/0 trap card Mikasa. So she gets a level and 1000 on play just for that turn, which is good against level 1 reversers. And also, if she's front attacked, you can pay 2 and send her to the waiting room to get 2/2 Mikasa. That's going to be really beefy and annoying. So this is a good card to generate a mind game for your opponent, because just having this on the field, it makes your opponent reconsider if they want to front attack or just side attack. And even if you don't have the 2/2 Mikasa, it just causes this terror that your opponent has to play around this card. So overall, it's a really good card. Now for the level 2s, this is the 2/2 change Mikasa that I was talking about. Her downside is she can't side attack, but that doesn't really matter for a like beater as this card. It gets 500 for each other character you have on the field. So essentially, she's going to be likely 10k without including back row. And she has a climax combo with a gate climax, and when she reverses a character, you deal 1 damage. So this is good to force your opponent to level 3, or like to just swing in for game as well. So overall, it's a really good card. This is a 2/1 backup. It gives a core character 4k, and then also the ability that when it reverses a character, it gets sent to memory for the turn. So this is good against level 3s that, like, need a clock shoot or restand with reversing. And this is also good against pesky encore characters. So this doesn't really see that much play in, like, green-red, but if you're running yellow as a primary color for Attack on Titan, this is really a good choice to put in my opinion. Next we have is the 2/1 Mikasa changer to the level 3. For her effect, she gets 1,000 for each other character you play during that turn, and you can only activate this twice. So the most she can get is 9k with it, without including back row, which is really good for a 2/1. And in order to change, you have to pay 2, and during your encore step, if this card's rested, you get to get the level 3 from your waiting room. So early play level 3s are always a good thing in Weiss Schwarz. Yeah, there's really isn't that much to say. It's a solid card. Now for level 3s, this is the level 3 change that we were just talking about. On play, she heals from clock to waiting room. So heals are always good. Unless you're going into anti-deck like Kantai, but for the most part, early plays with heals is really good. And her effect also is, if you have at least 2 core traits, she's going to be always 11k without including back row. And this is relevant because her last effect is, during your beginning of your opponent's attack phase, you can pay 1 to swap with any of your characters with this card and stand them. So this card is good because your opponent has a clock shooter and they don't calculate how much Mikasa is going to be. It's going to be hard for them to clock shoot or to get a reverse effect, essentially. And not only that, if you want to have this card survive, this Mikasa, you can just switch one of your back row characters with the Mikasa, and then the Mikasa will go to the back, then she'll be able to attack next turn. So this is a really solid card. Next we have is the Levy Restander. So he has a climax combo with a gold bar where you discard a card, and you get to get any character from your clock and put it onto the stage. And so it bypasses like Kantai's anti-heal. And it's good for his restanding effect, where you have to pay 3 and you discard a character card from your hand, and you also discard a character from your field in order to for this Levy to restand and go to the place where you sacrifice to an empty slot. So this is a very solid finisher for Attack on Titan. It's one of the only few finishers for Attack on Titan. And the downside is this card doesn't really get any buffs as a restander, besides from the fact from the climax or the back row. And also the fact that he's still vulnerable to your backups from your opponent, or cards, money counters like Kantai's Compass or Ludo Buster's money counter, so that this Levy won't be able to do damage. So it's a very good card if you know what your matchups are, I should say. And these two cards I put together because they're more of a win more cards. I'd say the Armin level 3 assist is much more important. It doesn't see really that much play in meta builds, but I think it's pretty good for the fact that it gives itself and the cards in front of it hexproof. So what I said about like money counters, that's not gonna happen. So it's good for your Levy to like know that he won't be able to be money counter, so he could attack again. And also this Armin gives the 2k buff in front to them as well, so it helps your Levy. And also on play, you look at the top cards of your deck equal to how many core traits you have on the field, and then you get to add one of them to your hand. So it's a very good card. It's just really not played that much because with a stock reliant deck like Attack on Titan, stock is very important, and you rather get your finishers or your beaters on the field rather than more assists. And this Aaron is a just a standard early play. If your opponent's level 3, then it gets -1 level. So if you're still behind in damage, which is good, and your opponent is at level 3 and you're at level 2, you could play this. And it gets 500 for every other core trait, so it's always going to be a 11-5 beater pretty much. And the turn that it's played, if damage is cancelled by this card, it deals 1 damage. So like I said, these two are more of win more cards. These are the climaxes. You have the Gold Bar 1K1, Gate 1K1, and then Stock Soul for the 1-1 Levy combo. So you're gonna see mostly the Gold Bar and Gate triggers, and these are good for Attack on Titan because Gold Bar and Gate triggers, they essentially they plus you 1. So with Gate, you're always going to get a character back, and with Gold Bar, that climax is going to be ready for you to play next turn, or if you need to use it as a discard outlet. So overall, the formats for Attack on Titan English, it's going to be dominant. There's not much format. There's not much sets in English besides that are really worth being meta. Besides Sao, Kantai, and Miku. But ever since AOT has been released, it seems that AOT is generally in the top for English. As for Japan, though, it just gets outshined by other S tier sets like Tularu and Nisekoi. So there's really no need to play Attack on Titan if you're in Japan. So I hope you guys liked my first ever set review on the meta for Weiss Schwarz. I hope you guys like it, and be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Bye!